Good day to all of you. Welcome to ODL session. This is Managerial Economic class, week 1, lecture 6. Today's topic is role of manager in business. And I'm going to give what is the significance of learning the managerial economics. The role of manager or the economist in business. It's very important topic as far as any business firm is concerned because they should have some basic knowledge on managerial economics. Why? Because the managerial economics guides the manager in business as it is developed for the purpose of making a effective decision making, which will be very useful for the decision making process, not only in business but also in order to take some ad hoc decisions. This subject is mainly derived from microeconomics for conducting a business within the focus and on macroeconomic concept mainly for dealing with the external environment of the business. By using the required concept mainly from the economics and inclusion from the other subjects which are related to business practice. So, as a manager, you should know some basic concept related to economics, not only with that, but also the concept which are related to business in other subjects also you should know. Those are collectively expressed in the managerial economics. Normally, the role of manager, what are the general duties? The routine and day-to-day affairs of the business are categorized under general. The specific tasks decided by the management are categorized under specific duties. Whereas all other work which are considered as a business responsibility, that is how to manage the subordinate, how when to purchase the raw material, or how the production layout is working. All these things are it's a routine work. That is a business responsibility. Instead of mentioning the work manager into general or specific or business responsibilities, first we should have some basic knowledge about what is the role of manager in a business. So for that, I'm giving a particular task. There are 13 prescribed functions for a manager extracted from the manager economics. The key is applicable to all discipline. However, it is often the manager economics to specify the role. What is the key factor? Act. ACT. It should be coming continuous for that. People used to say action, reaction, activity, like that they used to say. But this particular ACT is a key word which will give a list of responsibilities. We may start in this way. The business economy relies on 4 factors of production. Factors ACT is there, you can see. Land, labor, capital and organization. These 4 factors of production which help to manufacture any goods. So, the second best word with ACT is manufacturing. You can see MANUFACT, manufacture. ACT is there. Once he or she need to manufacture a product, it demands the place to produce. Where we will produce? It will be in factory. You can see the spelling of the factory, ACT is there. The purpose of manufacturing the product in a factory, why we are doing the manufacturing? In order to transact. You can see the spelling TRANS ACT. ACT is there. Transacting the manufactured product in a factory must be up to the expectation of the consumer. How we can say? It is satisfaction of the consumer. You can see the spelling of the satisfaction. ACT is there. In order to know the expectation of the consumer, the manager should reach the consumer. How he can reach? The keyword is contact, human resource. You can see the spelling of contact. ACT is there. After understanding the requirement of the consumer, it is the duty of the manager to enter in a legal binding with the supplier, distributor, any stakeholders. What is it called? It is called contract. Indian Contract Act 1872. You can see the spelling of contract. ACT is there. After production and distribution of the product, the manager should know the feedback from the customer in order to improve or expand the business. How we can term this? It is impact. You can see ACT is there in the word impact. For the purpose of endorsing the parties related to business, the manager should proceed the work called enact. You can see ACT is there. It is the duty of the manager to maintain the quality of the product by initiating the legislation called act. Legislation. legal law. Keeping the accounts for the business and sharing the essence of business report, it is called abstract. We have to prepare. What is the actual sales? How the purchase intent is made? All these things you should have. You have to prepare the abstract. The overall governance of the business depends on a particular deal called interact. So there should be a intercommunication. Without speaking or without sharing the information, it is not possible to run the business, which may pave way for innovating new strategies and policies for the business through practice. That business practice is a main key factor or a tool to run the business. Even in that word practice, ACT is there. So the word act is a key word to express the role of manager. How to tabulate that? For that we need 4 or 5 categories. So before seeing the table, we should keep in mind a particular thing. A manager starts before handling the raw material. He is having some responsibility, that is factors of production, and it will end with the sale of service to the product. For in case of new business, in other way, his work starts from forecasting the demand for the product before producing the product and end in maintaining the customer who have received the finished product. So before starting the production process, his responsibility starts, and it will end up with the maintaining the accounts. After selling the finished product, you have to maintain. Till that, his responsibility expands. In easy words, the role of manager starts from preparatory work for manufacturing and end with the practice. Now let us see the table. There are 4 columns. The second column is ACT. What are all the key factors? And what are the subject we are studying in our commerce or management? And what is the role in the manager in the last column? As far as factors of production is concerned, business economy, it is for the decision making process. So you have to deal with the land, labor, capital and organization. All 4 factors, the role of manager is essential. The second key factor is manufacturing. So the subject is we have to study materials management. What is the role of manager? Here you should deal with the material handling, right from raw material, semi-finished goods or finished goods. And the third key factor is in the factory. For that we have to study production management. This production management, the manager should deal with the production process, production layout and other type of industries what are all he is having the interaction. Then the fourth key factor is satisfaction. There are n number of subjects will be included in the School of Management and Commerce. Six Sigma, TQM, supply chain management, all these subjects coming under this particular key factor. So the role of manager also includes the quality control measures, right from the production process till distribution process. The fifth key factor is contact. So the subject we are having in the School of Management and Commerce is human resource management. So the manager has to not only deal with the customer but also with the employees. Then for the legal side, contract. So the role of manager relies with the legal issues and other statutory provisions. Then the eighth key factor is impact. So we have to study strategic management as a subject in School of Management and Commerce. So the role of manager connects with the new methods and strategy to improve the business. Then the ninth key factor is enact. The legislation relating to industry like Industrial Development Act, Industrial Dispute Act, all these act he has to study. So after knowing what are the provisions in the industrial dispute and industrial development, he can deal with the employees and completion of legal formalities like getting the approval or getting the license for running the industry. And the 10th key factor is act, that is legal system of a business. So the manager has to deal with the government affairs like registering the company, preparing the prospectus, filing the returns. Likewise, a number of functions are there related with the act. Then he has to prepare the abstract. So maintaining the financial accounts and management accounts in order to better recording purpose. So he has to know the bookkeeping accounts for the purpose of auditing, which may include the financial accounts, management account, corporate accounts, and bookkeeping accounts, all these things. Then 12th key factor is interact, customer relationship management and business communication. These two subjects we have to study in the School of Management Studies and Commerce. So based on this, the manager can get a good knowledge to how to deal with the customer, how to conduct a market survey, how to forecast the future sales, how to forecast the demand. So all these things while he is studying that particular subject, CRM. And finally, practice. The business organization and management, that is a subject. So the role of manager, you should know all the right from planning till control. You should, as a manager, we should know what is our role is. So for that only, the curriculum has made right from material management, production management, human resource management, bookkeeping accounts, and then business law, Six Sigma, supply chain management, business organization and management, business communication, financial accounts, corporate accounts. So these things I have studied in order to know what is the role of manager in a business. So after knowing this, uh, you may understand that manager economics is very important subject for taking a decision. So we should know the significance of manager economics. McNair and Mario, they defined managerial economics in this way. How they define? Managerial economics deals with the use of economic modes of thoughts to analyze the business situation. By using this particular definition, so we can express the significance very easily. The significance of managerial economics is the use of economic ideas with the business management. The arguments related with the administrative gap between the management and the decision making and serves as is a link. It's a link between the economic concept and the business practice. When an individual want to start a business, he has to know about the demand for his product which he is going to produce. For that, you have to forecast the demand. Once he understands the demand for the product, the level of risk he has to take for the uncertain future period to do the business. Apart from, should be aware of economic value of business. You should estimate the cost. You have to prepare the production schedule. You should know how to price the product. For that, you have to implement different pricing method and strategy and so on. There are a number of tasks to be completed in order to know the value of managerial economics. So I have prepared one table which may help you to understand the significance of managerial economics. One side is economics, other side is business. How it is interlinked. So as a manager, he has to do these functions. So that is called significance. He have to conduct the demand forecasting. So demand forecasting method available in managerial economics, which can be applied in the business. He has to estimate the cost, which is available in economics. And the third concept is theory of firm. It is available in the managerial economics. This is very useful tool for decision making and forward planning. And the fourth concept is a risk and uncertainty. That is a profit theory is there, and different types of risk we have to face. We have to take a decision for the unforeseen happening, and it is uncertain future period. In that situation, he has to take a decision. Solution is available in managerial economics, which can be applied in the business. And of course, the economic view of business accounts is very different. So economics, manage economics will help you to take a better decision in a business. And apart from these, there is a production function, maximize how to maximize the profit, how to calculate the break-even point, how to minimize the cost, and how to prepare the cost budget by after knowing what is the cost of capital, and of course price elasticity, market structure, and so on. A number of tasks is available. So all these things available in economics, managerial economics, which can be applied in business. Why you have to apply in business? In order to take an effective decision, and you should forward the that particular effective decision, that is called forward planning. So in this way, you understand the significance of managerial economics. With this, I am completing the class. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. I am Dr. Chandrachud, Professor and Head, Department of Economics, School of Management Studies and Commerce, Wales Institute of Science and Technology and Advanced Studies. This is my email ID. This is my contact number.